What is up, everyone? We are back with some more Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, and we're here today to do our disadvantaged run for the Igara Forbidden Zone Very Hard Crisis Dungeon. Gonna again divide this video up into kind of three parts. We're gonna look at the monsters themselves, the enemy encounters, what kind of enhancements they give, what you might want to bring against them. That way, if you don't want to utilize the rest of this video, you can use that as your planning. We'll kind of look at the map layout and all that kind of stuff. The second part we're going to look at will then be my team build, what I went in with, and then finally the dungeon run itself. Remember guys, if you do like what you see, if this video does help you out in some way, if you'd like to hit that subscribe button if you're not already, it'd be appreciated. Hit the like button, comment down below. All those things help to kind of get this video out to other people who might find this information useful. So without further ado, let's get into this. Alright, let's take a look at the monsters or encounters we're going to have within this. First things first though, note that the map is pretty well linear unless you really want to go out of your way to kind of do the battles. It's going to really make sense to just kind of go in this pattern where you go 1, 2, 3, 4 over to the boss. But we'll talk more about that here in a second when we talk about the map layout. Alright, so first fight I'm going to talk about is the Iron Giant. Diamond Sigil, weak to water, has magic immunities. He does high physical attack. You can P-def him down. He does P-def himself up, so it does say physical attacks are effective against this enemy. If you are bringing a physical team, you are going to want to bring something or someone who can do a P-def down. If not, this battle's going to be a lot more difficult. I bring a magic team into this, so I don't have to worry about that as much, even though the physical attacks are considered to be more effective. When you beat the Iron Giant, the enhancements you're going to have to choose between are physical attack plus 20%, magic attack minus 40%, or magic attack plus 20, physical attack minus 40, or physical defense plus 80. If you're bringing in a soul physical team, you could probably do this, or take the physical defense. If you're bringing in a soul magic team, you could take the magic and lose the physical, or again take the physical defense. Either are viable options depending on what kind of team you're bringing in. If you've got a mixed team, obviously this will probably be your better option. Okay, let's go to the second battle here. The second battle that I do is the Whimsivin Owls. Weak to water, strong to fire and earth, triangle sigil. They are able to be P-defed and M-defed down. You are unable to lower down their attack though. They use powerful physical attacks. They do inflict wind resistance down on you and P-def down on you. So to have a way to increase your P-def might not be a bad thing. When their HP falls below a certain amount, they can restore their HP of their allies with White Wind. So if you don't kill them fast enough, they can heal each other up. That's something to be very, very cautious of. Once you've beaten them, here are your options for enhancement. You get Darkness Resist plus 100%, Limit Break Potency plus 100%. If you've got a physical team, this is probably not a bad thing to take unless you've got a way to heal Darkness. I don't remember which enemy does cast Darkness. It might be a random enemy. I honestly don't remember encountering it in my playthrough. We have max HP reduction rate minus 20%, P-def down resist minus 100 or plus 100%, so they can't P-def you down. And then finally pain resist plus 100%, P attack up tier, M attack up tier. This is not a bad one to take considering the final boss does inflict pain on you, and this can bypass that. Alright, moving right along, the third battle that I do is the Boomtar. This is our first one that's weak against ice. The first two are weak against water. So we have a weakness against ice, resistance to fire, triangle sigil. He is immune to P attack down, P-def down. So again, if you have a magic team, this is where it kind of works out really well because you can M-def him down. You cannot bring down his magic attack though, and he does use magic attack. The power of his magic changes based on his force gauge. This force gauge is called Fireworks. After he uses Dazzling Display, he becomes temporarily incapacitated, but then he will then increase his attack with Reignite, and he'll call for 2 bombs with Summon Bomb. Ice magic abilities are effective against this enemy. So again, me bringing in a magic team, this helped out a little bit with this one. When you defeat him though, this is the options that you're given. Ice potency plus 20, water potency minus 40, water potency plus 20, ice potency minus 40, or healing potency plus 50, and heal ability ATB minus 1. So this will take off one of the ATB clicks needed to cast any heal spell. This is the one that I end up going with, just because, I mean, we got another ice battle coming up, and the final boss is weak to both ice and water, so I really don't want to weaken either of those. So this is the one that I end up taking. And then the next and final regular boss battle you have is against the Red Dragon. Red Dragon's going to do Red Dragon things. Weak to ice, strong to fire, triangle, cross. He does Red Dragon Screech, so be careful of that. He does inflict fog, so those of you coming in with that magic team, this is a battle that's going to kind of hurt here if you don't have the ability to heal fog. So just kind of note that. Again, straightforward Red Dragon battle. If you've ever battled the Red Dragon before, it's just like any other Red Dragon battle. When you defeat him, you have a couple different options. You have Ice Resist down tier +1, Water Resist down tier +1, Single Target Ability Potency +30, Summon Potency -80. For me, because I don't end up bringing a Water Resist or a Water Imperiler, this one's useless to me. I bring in the Ice Resist down tier +1. Basically, it adds +1 to whatever you're casting. So if you're doing a high, it makes it very high. Mid makes it high, so forth and so on. Since I'm using summons, this one really did not make sense to take for me. So I end up going with this one. Now, one thing to note before we move on, before we hit the boss of it, the Demon Masamune, right around this area, before you hit the final boss, there's going to be a random battle in which the monsters are going to cast Fatigue. So if you're bringing in a physical team, you're going to want a Fatigue Asuna to deal with what happens right in here. Alright, now we can get on to the Demon Masamune. Demon Masamune is weak to ice and water, resistant to fire, triangle sigil, uses physical attacks. You are able to bring down his P attack, but you cannot bring down his defense, either physical or magic. He does give himself an ice resist up and a water resist up right at the very beginning. He does inflict pain, and he does have a P-def down, so be prepared to deal with those things. If you took the pain plus 100%, that's really going to help with this stage. If you got a way to bring up your P-def, that's going to help with this. But make sure that you have something to lower either his ice or water. If you've got a Soul Ice team, make sure you're definitely bringing in an Ice Imperil. If Soul Water, Water Imperil. If you've got both, I would just choose one or the other. Whatever your strongest one is, definitely bring that as an Imperil. If you've got the ability to do both, then do both. And that is the encounters. So I want to talk about the map and where the chests are at. The chests are all hidden by that fog. So your 3 normal chests are going to be right here. There's one directly to the right of the first battle. There's one all the way to the left of the second battle. And there's one in the middle path between the third and fourth battles. The rare chests. So there's a rare item that's going to be up here after the fourth battle. It's the when you get to the chests, or not the chests, it's the little blinking item on the ground. Now the chests, there are there's 2 rare chests. There's one right here. So when you go after the second battle, all the way over, you've got like a little fork here. The middle tine of the fork is going to have a rare chest. And then the other rare chest is going to be up here, right at the curve where the 3 split is. To the left of that will be your other rare chest. So again, rare chest wise, you've got 1, 2, and then the third one, again, it's not a chest, it's just the blinking item on the ground is going to be up here above the red dragon battle. So that kind of gives you the overall layout of the monsters and the map. So hopefully, for those of you who are wanting to kind of go about this in your own way, this gives you an idea of how to maybe build your team to be a little bit more successful. For those of you that are curious on how I built my team, again, this is a disadvantaged run, so I don't use every materia slot, I don't use every weapon slot to bring down my power rating. So hopefully those who are newer players that don't have the equipment built up as much as maybe I do, you can maybe get something close with filling up those other slots. So let me get into my team build. Alright, so team build wise, note that this Crisis Dungeon has a recommended high power ranking of 273,000. Even in my disadvantaged state, I'm at 371,000. This is the same team I brought with me to the hard version. We have Sephiroth, Tifa, and Aerith. Let's kind of look at each one really quickly. So Sephiroth. Why did I put... I know there was a reason I did this last time, but we're going to flip. That. So now we're at 376. Okay. So Sephiroth here. We've got his Edged Wings training garb to give us magic attack and Frostblade Arcanum. Edged Wings here, which I've got at +4 because I've gotten so many copies of it over the time. This is main ice damage, raises his im attack and boosts his ice potency. We do have Edgar's Coiled Blade here. This is to help do water damage on the water weak enemies. Boost magic attack 40, water potency of 27. I think I put it on there because it just helped his water potency because I was getting quite a bit of ice. I do have his ultimate weapon on here. This is the featured one that was gotten from the pulls. I do not use it as an actual attack, I just have the R abilities. So he has a boost ability, potency, and interruption mastery. Sub-equipment wise, he just has the Elagor gun, which is boosting his HP and ice potency. We do have Shiva here, Runra to boost his im attack and HP. So when we look at his R abilities overall, we have a boost im attack of 7. We have Frostblade Arcanum, ice potency of 7, water potency of 2, the boost ability potency and interruption mastery 4, and then HP 3. Stat wise, we're at 11.7k HP, 4.2k im attack, and those are kind of the stats that truly matter. We do have an MDef of 136 and a PDef of 119. Moving over to Tifa. Tifa's going to be my main water damage dealer. So looking at her equipment here, we've got the Bunny Bustier to boost magic ability potency and Water Blade Arcanum. The Bunny Gloves to boost im attack and water potency, and to do her main water attack. Feathered Gloves are here to lower down MDef of the enemy if they are susceptible to that, and to increase her water damage when her HP is high enough, but it does have a huge attack boost of 60 and water potency. Again, we have her ultimate leather gloves. This is not the premium heart pulled from the draws. This is the one that you can get with the special parts. Not the specific parts, but the ones that you can buy in the exchange shop. So anyway, but again, I'm not using this for the attack. I'm using this just for the ability potency and the MDef. Sub-equipment wise, she just has Serpent Eater. This is to boost her HP and water potency. Materia, she's got a Cross Sigil. This is to boost her HP by 5.6%. When we look at her R abilities, we have boost magic ability potency 2, Water Blade Arcanum, boost magic attack 5, water potency 7, attack of 4, ability potency 3, at MDef 3 and HP of 3. Stat-wise, we have HP at 12.1k, M attack at 3.9k, and then PDef 128, MDef 148. For Aerith, she's going to be my main healer here. This is, I think, the same setup as the hard dungeon run. Rosy Battlesuit to boost heal and MDef. We've got Fairy Tail here as our main heal plus boosting heal. We've got Terra's Rod. This is here to boost HP, but it also is here to lower ice resist. Again, I do have her Princess Guard. This was the special, only available during the draw. But again, not using it for its ability, just using it for the heal and regen boost our abilities. Sub-equipment wise, she just has the guard stick to boost her heal even further. The Runra is a triangle sigil. It boosts P attack and M attack, which honestly are completely useless to her. And then we do have Healing Wind. I did forget to mention I have Leviathan on Tifa. Our ability wise, boost heal of 9, MDef of 2, HP of 3, buff debuff extension of 2, that regen boost at 4. And those are really the only ones that matter. We do have the boost limit break potency of 2. Stat wise, HP at 11.4k, and then heal at 3.1k. And again, that is my setup going into this. You automatically get a water potency of plus 20 and an ice potency of plus 20, so that's something to note. So again, if you want to kind of use this as a way to think about building your team and go from there, it's great. You'll notice that again that I don't have a Fog Asuna, I don't have a Fatigue Asuna, I don't have a Darkness Asuna. Those are all things that I'm going to deal with in this run. It is possible to deal with those things and still complete the dungeon, and get an S+ ranking that you'll see in this. So again, for those of you who just wanted to see up to this part and you want to do the dungeon run on yourself, here's where you're going to stop. You can continue if you need a little bit of help, where I do my dungeon run through next. Okay, dungeon run time. Again, this map is very, very linear. You do have very few paths you can take. I do have my dungeon run speed set to very, very high, the ×3, so that's why she's running so fast. Alright, so Iron Giant is up first, again, weak to water. I'm going to have my battle set to auto. I will put in some commands manually throughout, but I do leave the auto setting up. We're going to turn off the ×2 speed. Just so you guys can kind of see some of the commands that go in. So I do pop some of these off a little bit sooner than the auto will by, again, manually doing this. So we're about to lose that, the water potency up, which is fine. Raise it back up again. Now let's go back and do our attacking. We don't want to lose our magic attack up buff. Which we're going to keep increasing its time by attacking. At least with the Aqua Splash, that's the benefit to it, is that it will keep increasing our magic attack. Which it's already fallen off. We're going to need to do our water potency up. Now, in my first run through of this, my test run through, if you will, I did actually fall twice. I actually have 2 characters who die, each in their own battles. I lost 1 in the second battle, and then 1 in the third battle, I think it was. Or maybe it was the Red Dragon battle. Alright, so there's our first one clear. Again, we need a couple options here. Again, you could do the physical attack, which I won't do because I have a full magic team here. I could do the magic up. I'm going to take the physical defense because this is going to help out a lot with the final boss who uses a lot of physical abilities. Here's our first common chest. So this one's not hidden in fog. We have a random battle that's going to happen here. Against the landworms, which are taken down fairly quickly. I think they're ice weak. Yeah. They are going to be ice weak. So we'll be able to... Sephiroth to be able to just basically one-shot them. You can see that our HP reduction's already at 20% basically for each character. That Iron Giant does a ton of damage if you're not PDF'd up. Alright, so right around here is our second normal chest. This one gives us potions. We don't get the ones that get rid of your PDF down. That's fine. So the next battle we have here are the little whimsical dudes or whimsyvilles or whatever the heck they're called. These guys. They do powerful physical attacks. So just be prepared for that. So we're going to come into this one. This is a battle where I do end up losing. Well, at least in my run-throughs, I lost a character. We'll see if it happens in this run-through. I am going to use a summon as well. They are weak to water, so I am going to do this. I want to at least bring up her attack once. They've stunned her. Alright. We're going to go ahead and bring in Tidal Wave to do as much damage to these guys as I can. So took out one, which is great because now they cannot healing wound each other. Magic defense down. Looks like I'm going to get by without having somebody fall in this battle. Sweet. I think the big change I made is I actually used the summon this time around. Maybe I didn't use the summon the first time. Now we are moving into the Ice Weak monsters. That's part of the reason I like to do this, because it allows me to prioritize my water first and then I can go into ice. So again, we have Darkness Resist. I don't care about that mainly because I'm not running a physical team, and because I'm running summons, I don't care about Limit Break potency. We could take the HP reduction minus 200 and the PDEF down resist plus 100, but I prefer to go the pain resist route because I don't want to deal with pain. So we're going to come over here. All the way to the right over here should be a rare chest. Blue crystal times 100, awesome. And that is the only item that's going to be over here. So next up we have the Boomtar. So again, weak to ice. Our goal is to not use Shiva here because I would rather use Shiva against the red dragon. So because of that, I'm going to go ahead and use this tent to get rid of all of our HP reduction. And then we're going to come in here. Alright, so she's going to use Riot Blade, and I'm going to focus in on Sephiroth here, just to have him cast a little faster. So he's going to go into his fireworks stage here soon, where he's going to have a little gauge pop up. There it is. But you do have to do ice damage to bring that down. You can see we've brought it all the way down. I don't think we're going to get this cast off because his attack is way too slow. And we should see the boom tar fall. There we go. Alright, here, again, I don't want to lose either my water potency and definitely not my ice potency. So I'm going to be taking the healing potency plus 50%, heal C ability minus 1 ATB. And then right over here should be the another rare chest. Mithril ingot times 2. Alright, and then right in here, maybe it's the other side. Should be our other normal chest. There it is. This one does have our special supplements in it. So here we can see up here there's our other rare item. Next up is the red dragon. We're going to riot blade him down, get his ice potency down as much as possible, and then we will cast off Shiva. I'm going to switch over to Aerith and start Riot Blade. So you can see that gave us the -2 there. We don't want the Screech to go off. And Aerith is the only one with the triangle sigil, so she'll make this go faster. Okay, I need to cast one more Riot Blade here in a second. And we healed crap. There we go, and now we can cast Diamond Dust. Now I'm going to switch back to Sephiroth here, and we're just going to manually input all the aerial frost blades. There we go. So I had nobody fall so far. This is a lot different than my previous run through, which is awesome. Alright, here I'm going to take the Ice Resist down tier +1. So this is going to give us that extra Ice Resist down when we do the Imperil. I don't have a Water Imperil, so it makes 0 sense to bring the other one. Get a Synth Catalyst Evening. Alright, so we'll have one more random battle popping up over here. So again, this is going to be one where they're going to cast Fatigue on us. And then I'm going to go through and do all of our, get rid of the HP down, heal up what we need to, and then we'll put on our cocktails. So right around here, there it is. Do this tongue jab thing, which is not nice. I am going to go ahead and cast Tidal Wave to bring down as much of this as possible. We'll be able to bring it up, or build up the gauge here in just a moment anyways, because this will not kill all three. There's the fatigue from that mucus discharge. See, they've hit Tifa with it twice. Alright. So now I'm going to use my supplements here to get rid of everybody's HP reduction. I'm going to heal up. I'm going to put a Blizzard Cocktail on Sephiroth, a Water Cocktail on Tifa, and I'm also just going to go ahead and Guard Jelly all three of them. So this brings us to our battle with the demon Masamune. Here we go. Looks freaking cool. This is where, again, having that extra puff to the ice resist down really comes in beneficial, because it allows that ice resistance to drop very, very fast. Alright, and then as soon as Sephiroth can have the ability to cast Shiva, we are going to be casting Shiva. There we go, we're going to throw... Oops. Oh yeah, it's cast, dang it. It's fine, do that and that. There we go. So yeah, her healing was just there to boost the potency of his summon, so give him that 1.1 bonus, and he's done. That's it. And that should give us the S+ clear. There it is. So there you go, guys. That is the Igara Forbidden Zone, a very hard dungeon with an S+ clear. Again, using my disadvantaged team of only having a power level of 376,000. Obviously, I could boost this up a lot higher by filling in the other materia slots and the weapon slots, but the whole point of this is, again, to help those of you out who maybe don't have your stuff built up as much as me. So yeah, you might be able to get to this as well with what gear you have. But you're going to probably need to fill out all slots to make that happen, but that's the whole point of this. So hopefully this was beneficial. Again, if it was, guys, if you're not already subscribed, if you'd hit that subscribe button, follow along with what we do here, it'd be much appreciated. Thanks a lot for watching. Hit that like button, comment down below if it did help you, and we'll see you in the next one.